Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning to you all. This is the bit where I get to talk about any old crap for a minute until people just drop on. So welcome to my Tuesday morning live, which has replaced my Tuesday evening live for those of you still adjusting. I now do this 11 o'clock every week. It's just a productivity tool to do that. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Mandy Nicholson, as it says above my head, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist and an author and a creative retreat owner here in Scotland, and I help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And this time of year is my favorite time of year, not because of the weather, not because of anything else, but because it's time to start looking at 2024. I've already started. I have my whole year already planned with what activities, promotions and sales targets and things like that. I scared the living daylights out of my mastermind clients last night by saying, right, time of year to start thinking about 2024. So I kind of invited Dani along for a chat because she's got a fantastic new freebie, the Simplicity series, which she's currently running right now, which you can still jump onto. But she's the queen of organization. Now, you all know how I love to be organized and I love my planning and goal setting. So what a conversation this is going to be. But Dani's going to bring something new, talk about her story and how she got organized from not being organized. What a difference that's made in her life. So, Dani, introduce yourself and then tell everybody your disorganized and organized story.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Mandy. It's so good to be live with Mandy and interview style because it's great because we work together and because I work with you. It's nice, it's different. Yeah. So I am Dani Louise Smith, the Queen of Business Organisation, and I predominantly work with holistic service-based businesses to create systems and strategies that suit them. So I'm all about personal and bespoke to make your business work for you and bring you more money in, especially in different income streams, going from one-to-one to one-to-many. Mm-hmm. And I also run the Creative Business Academy with Mandy and our other companion who's not here today, Lucy Sheffield. So yeah, I was so unorganised and I was kind of forced to be because I was running a creative business. Then it took off, but it took off before I'd got myself prepared. And I was working for the NHS, running networking events. So I essentially had 4 jobs. So I'd already had 3 jobs, decided, you know what, I'm going to start another business, which was crazy, but that's what creative people do. They just go for it. But it was chaotic, very chaotic, because I have 3 children and a disabled husband as well. So I was literally juggling everything, which impacted my mindset, which meant I wasn't productive. And I actually burnt out. So I literally, my week looked like this. It was get up at 6 a.m. and work right and through until 11 p.m., collapse, get up and do it again for 5 days in a row and sleep all weekend. So I was never getting time for me, never getting time for my kids. And being a creative person, you want to learn to paint, you want to draw, you want to read. And I wanted to do all the things that I just wasn't doing. So I needed to do something about it. So when I was juggling these kind of 4 jobs, I thought, right, okay, what can I change? So I did start with cutting back a little bit, giving myself more time for me. Mornings became my kind of mindset morning routine. This was actually inspired by you, Mandy, after reading your book, after hearing your money mindset talk. I first implemented that. The next thing I implemented, because I'd started this second business, was a schedule, so that I could be organised with my days and my times. So I knew where my energy was going because I had the 4 different areas of business, like, well, 1 employed job and 3 businesses, sort of. I needed to know where my energy was going where. So it was really, really hard. So I had to kind of set that schedule. And from there, I started like piecing things together. But before that, I had something called a daily method of operation, which was a system I used every morning to do income producing activities first, to make sure that I was basically growing the business, generating leads, looking after them and selling. So that worked really well and was actually the reason I became the queen of business organisation, because I shared it with the world when I was networking, and there was a lot of interest in how have you done this, and yeah, I put it out there, and it went really well. So I was a chaotic mess, and then I became an organisation queen with business. Still working on the life organisation, I have to admit. But I'm getting better. I actually had family come round at the weekend for my son's birthday, and I've got plans on my fridge because it needs to be front of mind so I can use it. And they're like, oh my God, I don't understand this. Doesn't matter. It's my system. As long as I understand it, because it's personalised to me. My husband gets it. We're all on board with it. So as long as it works for us. Tried explaining it, but it was like straight over the red.
So that's a point then. So when you were in chaotic mode, could you imagine being organised?
No, and I don't think I could see being so in control. Like, I was very anxious at that time, and a lot of my anxiety comes from being out of control. But because I felt like that, I didn't feel like I could gain control, so I couldn't see that path for myself to get to where I am now, if that makes sense. Like, I just couldn't see it all formulating. Whereas now, my brain works a little bit differently. Like, as soon as I ask myself, how can I do that, the cogs start turning.
Because you've learned, and these are learned skills, aren't they? These are you didn't magically become organised overnight. These are learned behaviours and learned skills. Yeah. So you've gone from chaos to control. Would you say you're a different person now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm the same person inside, but I think externally I've changed for the better. Like, my mindset's a lot better. I have more awareness as well, and I'm still working on it because it's always something that I believe we should work on and we should develop. But yeah, I have changed in a good way, because I'm more organised, and like, I'm not as much a people pleaser, and there's boundaries now, which I've never had until now. Very recently, actually. So yeah, a lot different.
It's been lovely actually watching you go on that journey and changing things, because you no longer work for the NHS. You even dropped your keepsakes business on this business where you're helping small business owners to become organised, to learn what you've learned. So I bet you see a lot of women who are like you. I bet you recognise the symptoms and the behaviour when you see them. So tell everybody about this Simplicity series that you're running at the minute and how that can help with their organisation.
So the Simplicity series is about coming together for 3 days, and then I have a bonus masterclass, and we focus on particular areas in your business. And overall, it is about being organised, but there's kind of 2 elements to the 3 parts of it. And the 2 elements are the mindset side and the practical side, because as much as as a strategy queen I am, and I love the strategic side, we do need the mindset as well. So I kind of bring those together on each of the days. So we work through the mindset and the blocks, and then we go on to do some practical work as well that you can go and implement. So the first day yesterday was all about time. And I say I do it in a different way, because usually you have time blocking trainings that people do, but we don't just talk about time blocking, we talk about all elements of time. So the mindset, the practical side. So I literally did both last night. It was amazing, absolutely loved it. And then today we're talking procrastination and productivity, because they come hand in hand. And again, today's going to be a little different. So today I'm actually sharing a concept that I've never shared before. So I'm really excited, because I do this every 3 months, but it's a little bit different every time, because new things come up for different people, for me, and there's so much to share. So today we're talking about procrastination and escape, like the reason behind it, escaping procrastination. It's not always a bad thing either, and how you can be more productive. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about the things that everybody really wants, which is sales. But I believe we need to go through time and productivity to get to the point of selling. So we're going to talk again about the mindset and the practical side with sales and support everybody. So you get a task every morning, which is like 5 minutes to go and do. You literally join in, answer the task, and then there's a live with me every evening at 8, and you can watch it all on replay over the 3 days. And then we have a bonus masterclass, which is called Steps to Consistent Sales, which is next Monday, again at 8 p.m. And it's live on Zoom. Join me, literally get supported me on a session, ask questions about your business or about sales, any of it really that we've covered. And I'm going to help to kind of get you on the pathway to make consistent sales for your business.
Sounds amazing, Dani. Sounds amazing. And it sounds like a lot of what a lot of small business owners need, which is really going to help them. And I'm a great believer in go and do this stuff and consume it and really go all in and learn something new and then apply it in your business and ask yourself the question of where do you want to be this time next year? Do you want to be doing the same things? Do you want to be having the same results, or do you want change? Do you want more coming in your business? Do you want more profit in your business? Do you want to expand and grow your business? Well, it starts with finding a person that you resonate with, but also consuming some free stuff to see if you like them, to see whether that resonates with you. So I think it's important. So if people join today, can they still access yesterday's training?
Yeah, they can catch up. It's all in a Facebook group. You can replay it all. And I don't take it down either. So it's all there to stay. So go and consume it. But I always say the best time to do it is now, because something we shared last night and talked about is there's never going to be a right time. We're always going to be, you know, some reason gets in the way, like I ain't had enough sleep, or the kids or the dogs in my house, like whatever distraction reason's going to happen. So we kind of have to just be dedicated to it. So I always say the best time is now. And like you said, Mandy, where do we want to be in 12 months' time? If we take action now, we will impact that in 12 months' time. So yeah, you can catch up. Catch up from yesterday. Today's task is out there. It's only 5 minutes, and then you can join me tonight. If you come now, you can join me in time for tonight.
Join in time for tonight. The link is in the description of this post, so don't worry. We'll also put it in the comments. Dani, if you put it in the comments as well, so that they can find it easily and they're not struggling around trying to find a link. But I think, you know, again, and because I'm in planning mode and because I'm working towards doing my vision board and planning workshop bigger and better than ever this year, it is important to think about where do you want to be this time next year? What are you going to do that you haven't done this year? I think that's a really important question. Have you procrastinated this year? Have you accepted the status quo this year? Have you gone, well, I've got a small business, I'll never do anything different? What's holding you back is fear and mindset.
Yeah,
that's true. What's holding you back, fear and mindset. And stepping outside of that fear and mindset and really going, you know what, it's comfortable here, I'm going to stay here, but actually I'm going to go and get uncomfortable, learn something new. You can feel so motivated and inspired when you learn a new thing, when you learn something new and you go and apply it in your business and it works. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Because that's basically what you did, isn't it? In order to leave the NHS, you had to increase your sales in your business.
I had to, yeah. And I didn't even reach the goal that I set myself, in all honesty, because I had to make a decision, and I did it. So, and then I let go of other things as well. Since then, I left the networking position to focus on business full time. And then just in June, I left my other business behind, which I never thought I'd do, but it was time. It was. And I feel amazing from doing it. And that takes a hit itself because that's an income stream gone, but at least I can focus. Makes a difference in your business. It does. I can fully focus. Yeah.
And how old are you, Dani?
I've just turned 30 last week.
36, 3 kids, disabled husband, 36, and have gone from...
Not 36 yet.
30, sorry, I thought you said 36. See, I've just aged you by 6 years.
I know.
30 years old, 3 kids, disabled husband, and has gone from 4 jobs to focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
And most of my creative mastermind clients will be watching this going, Mandy always says that. Focus on one thing. Put your energy and your focus into your, I call it the mothership, the main thing in your business that's going to bring you the most income. And most people find that difficult to look at, but starting to get organized was your turning point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And that's what you're sharing now with other people so that you can teach them the strategies and the things that you did to turn your business around. So I always say, if I can do it, you can. If Dani can do it, you can.
It's true, though.
Yeah. No matter where you think you are in your business right now, no matter how disorganized you think you are, no matter where your sales are, you can change it today.
It just starts with a decision, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. So thank you very much for coming on and chatting to me, Dani. Please sign up for Dani's Simplicity series. I love the name of that because actually we overcomplicate things in business, don't we? Yeah, there's loads of gurus out there telling you need all the things. And actually, it starts with how you think, how organized you are, and taking action.
Absolutely.
And that's where we need to start in business. So comment on this this live if you are stuck or you are feeling disorganized or you're feeling overwhelmed or you're struggling with your mindset and you think you want some help. Go and join Dani's Simplicity series. I will make sure the link goes on all the platforms. And let us know if it makes a difference. I'd be interested to know if you go and do Dani's freebie with her and you enjoy it and it helps you. I'd love you to come and tell us how that helped you in Creative Genius Corner, because that's paying it forward. And on that note, I just want to say that when you started out, you were basically a creative business, didn't you, Dani? And then you went and tried to join some other creative groups and they wouldn't let you in.
Yep, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you saying that to me at the time and you were like, can I join Creative Genius Corner? I was like, yes, come in. And you were a bit shocked because people are very protective over what they do. I've always shared openly. And I think when you do that, other people look at you and go, actually, that's how I want to be, sharing openly.
Look at where it's got us by being so open as well. We now work together and we run the Creative Business Academy. And then I've come to work with you one-to-one as well. So it's not like some people would argue it's competition and being in front of you. And I've seen this a lot, but I disagree with that. I've actually contacted someone today who talks about time management and said, do you want to come on my podcast? Mm-hmm. I can talk about it all day long, but she's an expert in that one thing. Like, come on, let's have you on. Yeah. Because it's a part of what I talk about. So I want to bring her in. I want to bring other experts that talk about what I do as well. Because if anything, they're just going to back up what I say. Yeah. But absolutely. It's good to hear different opinions and thoughts and work together on it. So,
well, none of us are the expert on everything, are we? So, it is important. I've always, as a store manager and a divisional executive, I understand the power of leadership and bringing people in, even if they look like their competition, is never a bad thing. So don't be scared about that either. We will deal with all of that through this group and through Dani's group, and go and join her in a group. Go and find her everywhere on social media. She's worth a follow. And I will see you same time next Tuesday with another topic, probably about planning and organization. And thank you very much for coming in and telling everybody about your story, Dani. It's been ace. Thanks.